Another 4 gold. Very nice. Ah, it appears this room is occupied. Oh, or not any longer. Interesting. Well, while the tenant is away, let's have a look. 8 gold. Oh, and he's on his way back. Let's let's move out of there quickly. I don't know if that woman will see us actually now if we rob this. That's a bit awkward. Could you kindly move away? Thank you. And another 5 gold. Piecemeal, really, but I feel like I need to actually exercise this open lock ability, which I've got from Edwin a little bit, in order to justify it slightly. A little bit to get in the back room, but unfortunately this woman seems to be occupying there. Sadly. A commoner. Does she have anything interesting to say at least? Hey, aren't you Marcus? No. no, I'm Edwin. You're the one who saved the mine, killed all those dogmen. You must be real brave to have done what you did. Wow, real heroes here in Nashkel. Yes, heroes. Indeed. Someone behind the bar, interestingly enough. Is she going to leave that room? I don't think she is she? Never mind. In any case,
yes, no sooner said than done.
I think it's about time we had a good long rest, judging by the health on our characters right now. It's probably going to be quite a long rest as well. We'll go for the noble suite just because we can. We can more than afford it. These rooms are of excellent quality at a somewhat reasonable price, and a definite luxury for those accustomed to sleeping under an open sky. None but the most pampered dandy would have complaints with these accommodations. Well, I don't know if Marcus counts as a pampered dandy, but it'll do, certainly. So, out of interest, how long did we... 16 hours that took. It's now 5 o'clock in the morning, apparently. Interesting. Now, I've noticed one thing about this clock over down here in the corner, is that I think it's running backwards. Well, it's running clockwise, of course, but I think it's running backwards in that, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, there's a little arrow there. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, well, never mind. Can't ponder on the clock any further. The one in Baldur's Gate 2 is a lot more straightforward than this strange contraption anyway. Okay, so looks like these guys are up and ready as well, and they're having a chat. Minsk is nothing if not the most loyal companion. Many a time I was grateful for him travelling with me. And she does appear to be addressing Marcus here. Maybe, but I'd be cautious if I were you. They do not say without reason it is better to have an enemy than a foolish ally. Minsk's finer qualities outweigh his lack of wits. Indeed, I often observed how his good heart led him to find a way that a passing clever man would not see. Is it his heart or his hamster? That is the question. I see not why thou wouldst be concerned about a lack of wits in thy companions. Thou hast thyself enough and to spare. I see. Well, anyway. Well, for now, I think we're going to go have a chat with Khalid and Jahira, because I had decided long before this, and I pretty much said as much in the previous videos, that once we were done with the Nashkel mines, we were going to send Khalid and Jahira on their way, basically. They've kind of served their purpose in getting Marcus through these initial tough times after leaving Candlekeep, and he's now very much come into his own as an adventurer. And frankly, I want to free up spots in the party to have other characters join us. And these two are getting close on outstaying their welcome, frankly. I wanted to make sure that they didn't die, of course. and then we got a chance to kind of get to know them as much as possible as characters, because obviously they'll be coming back later on. But for now, I think Marcus is going to, as politely as possible, since these two have, you know, served him well, and that's as much as he could expect from any of his followers, he's going to, as politely as possible, indicate that now's probably about time for him to... Thank you for that, you rude little man. I should teach him a lesson, shouldn't I, really? Stab him. Stab him or bash his skull in with a hammer. No, you know, tell him as politely as possible that Marcus would quite like to go his own way now, really. He's confident enough in his abilities and his other companions that he can kind of carry on and make his own destiny, if you know what I mean by now, without having these two sort of looking over his shoulder the whole way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bid these two a fond farewell. We may join up with them again later, should we require their skills, especially Jaheira's, since she's a useful cleric. We'll be picking up another cleric soon enough, of course, but because it's a fairly essential role in the party. But until then, we might struggle a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get through it. So I'll leave them their equipment. It seems fair enough. They kind of it represents their share of all the loot and stuff we've got over time. You know, I'm just going to make sure they don't have anything especially important. See, like this potion bag here, for instance. No, Khalid's all right. All he's got is his spare sword and his shield. This, on the other hand, I might take. Yeah, I think I probably will. It'd be useful to have those around. So I'll give those to Dinah here, I suppose, for now. She's probably the most responsible party member we've got, so Edwin will probably end up trying to mix them and sample them. And Minsk, well, yeah, no, just no. We don't have the inventory space, unfortunately, ourselves. And I really need to get a scroll case, like I said. One of the things I like a lot about the enhanced edition of this game, even though I'm not playing it because it doesn't have quite enough modding support as of this moment, one of the things I do like about it is the ability to copy notes and letters into your journal through a separate button which appears here, which isn't in this game, unfortunately, which means you end up having to cart these things around just as a reference half the time, and it's a bit of a pain, but never mind. The scroll case should, in theory, solve that little problem as soon as we find one. In any case, it's time to bid these two a fond farewell. So, now how do we do this? Reform party, there we go. And then we want to click on Jaheira and Khalid. Oh wait, you can only click on the one. Well, it'll be Jaheira then. She's clearly the one that wears the trousers in their relationship, so I should probably talk to her. And we'll remove her from the party. Done.
You've a task?
I openly question your judgment, but it is your decision to make. You do show some measure of leadership, and I should be glad to assist you in the future. Come, Khalid, we must depart for now. Our paths have to separate right now, but they will cross again one of these days, and he's down right as well, actually. Because if the opening 5 minutes of Baldur's Gate 2 is anything to indicate, that's entirely true. Sorry, Baldur's Gate 2. Did I say Baldur's Gate 2? I don't know if I did now. Bit scatterbrained, I'm afraid, sorry. Anyway, our paths will cross again one of these days. I might seek your help again soon. Let us set up a meeting place somewhere along the Sword Coast. We shall wait for you at the Friendly Arm Inn. It's a perfect place to spend a few days recovering from the hardships of travel. And there we go. So, those two are going to head off north to the Friendly Arm Inn. And if we ever require their help once more, then that'll be the first place we go. In the meantime, however, our party's back down to just the four of us. Marcus, Minsk, Edwin, and Dinah here. Not bad in all, really. We've got a tank. We've got a kind of all-around type jack of all trades. We've got a thief, and we've got a mage. You know, we could honestly do worse. That's probably the best part you could really hope for. Though we are sadly lacking a cleric for now, but
yes,
I'm sure we'll get on just fine. So anyway, in the meantime, yes, we still have this Ankeg shell. That's another reason to go to Baragos, that is. But anyway, in the meantime, let's 6 o'clock in the morning now. I don't know what the time scale in this game is like. I don't know how fast time actually passes, but it seems to be going relatively quickly. Not as quickly as, say, an Elder Scrolls game. If this was an Elder Scrolls game, it would be like midday by now. But you know, whatever. Let's just go.
A waste of my talent.
Still very early in the morning, but we've had more than enough rest. Might as well get an early start. I'm going to head off this way, because Marcus is interested in trying to find Edwin. If he's still at the other tavern, he might have moved on by now. But if he is still there, Marcus is very interested in enlisting his help once more, despite the protestations of both Minsk and Dinah here. In fact, in many ways, in many ways, he's doing it precisely because of their protestations. But anyway, it remains to be seen if he's actually here or not, of course. Ah, there he is, over in the corner. That red robe is fairly unmistakable.
Again, you disturb me.
It's about time you returned. If I had waited another moment, you would have surely regretted it. Let's get moving. Straight to business is Edwin, as usual. I have no desire to have you back just yet. we could actually toy with him. No, though I do not enjoy your manner, Edwin, I do have need of your talents, so welcome back. Save your pleasantries. I will suffer their company merely because they are useful. Yes, you keep telling yourself that, Edwin.
You are so irritating.
Oh, he's going into another rambling tirade. No sooner have we even encountered him once more. Wonderful. Edwin. Oh, how I miss the graceful and sophisticated women of my homeland. It looks like women here are simply keen on pretending they are manly men. Others provide conversation as fascinating as the rumbling of a boulder. Not to mention the ones who think mimicking the mating rituals of wild ducks is attractive. One could go mad from all that quacking, wing flapping and tail wiggling. Well, you know, Marcus has never been terribly picky himself, but I think we'll tease him a bit. The observation would have nothing to do with the quarrel you had with your one-night lady friend back there, of course. Presumably indicating some lady of the night knocking about this tavern somewhere. I assure you that my observation has a purely philosophical value. It has nothing to do with the self-interested lowly wench. Yet all theories need practical application. I suppose you could serve as an example of the outrageous attitudes here. Well, Marcus just shrugs. Say what you will, but they're good enough for me. Now, of course, the indiscriminate voracity of your barbarian tastes would push you to copulate with a slug if a local intellectual pointed you to it and told you that it was female. I, on the other hand, require stimulating conversation, bodily hygiene, and some distant trace of good manners in a woman that is deserving of my attention. Oh, Edwin.
What is it now?
Good grief, Edwin. Really? Marcus, what part of I command you to kill the Rashimi witch did you not understand? Mayhaps I should put it in simpler... He's probably just noticed that the Dinah is still with us. Mayhaps I should put it in simpler, shorter words? Would you need it to be written down and read to you aloud 5 times a day so you could keep it in your tiny mind? I think Marcus is already beginning to regret inviting him, Edwin back into the group, but never mind. Bit bloodthirsty, a bit mean that actually, even to Edwin. I think... No, he didn't promise to kill her at all, so I won't pick that. I think we'll cut to the chase. Yeah, I think Marcus is probably going to cut to the chase here. Why do you even need to kill her? Is she a person of some importance? She is a Rashimi witch, and it is my appointed task to destroy her. Let us say that her demise will be the first step of my glorious ascent. Sure, Edwin. Whatever.
Make it quick.
Just shut up and get in line. He's also wounded, slightly, interestingly. I wonder why that is. Was he wounded when we dismissed him, perhaps? I'm not sure. In any case, he's at the back where he belongs. How's his equipment? He's still got his... Right, he's still got his sling and his bullets. I probably could stand to get him some more, though, for now. Well, we better head to the...
Yes?
The old store and go and get him some stuff. Hopefully the shopkeeper will be about. I don't know if they actually close shop and sort of go to bed like they do in an Elder Scrolls game. I kind of have a feeling they do, though. A lot of the NPCs do seem to go to bed in some places, like I've noticed they do in Candlekeep. So, we'll go have a look. It is, yeah, 6 going on 7, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, there he is, sure enough.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
Let's buy you some... bullets, Edwin. If I could find where they are. There we go. I think I'll also get him healed. I can't cast a healing spell because I don't have a cleric anymore, but I'll get him healed at the temple or something. For now, hold on to those.
No sooner.
He may have simply been wounded, like when we made him leave the party, and he's just not recovered. But I'm going to choose to interpret it myself as having it being some sort of incident he probably got himself involved with when he insulted a bouncer, maybe at a pub or something. Just some assorted shenanigans that he managed to get himself into by insulting one too many people.
Watch over thee upon thy quest.
Right. Of course, we could leave a donation here, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't see the point. Right, Edwin. Let's see, we could cure light wounds of 50. Greater restoration. Versus any previous life, any level or energy drain. I don't know what any of that does. We don't need it anyway. There we go. Not bad for 50 GP, really. At least at this stage in the game. Seems more economical than... Well, it's not more economical than resting, really, but I'd rather not just spend an entire day sat around in the inn for the sake of Edwin, anyway.
Make it quick.
So, Marcus, what spells have you got queued up? You've got 2 loads of sleep, 1 load of horror.
Again, you disturb me.
You, on the other hand, have got 1 charm person, 4 minor drains, horror, and Melth's acid error.
Yes, a waste of my talents.
So where should we go from here? We in theory, we're meant to be going to Nashkel. I mean, sorry, Berigos, because that's where we need to go find Transig. But we're not in a terrible rush, I suppose. So I think Marcus figures it's probably about time we checked out the Nashkel Fair, because we've heard about it in tavern rumours and so on and so forth. But we've never actually had a chance to go have a look at it ourselves yet, so that, I think, is what we shall do. Sorry, carnival, not fair. Same bloody thing, though, at the end of the day.
Of course.
Seven in the morning, so I don't know what on earth would be going on around here at this time, but let's have a poke around nonetheless.